Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. In this particular Cricket Happening Show, I'm going to talk about the first day's play where New Zealand put up a great show here with Ross Taylor, the captain of New Zealand, actually leading the way with his 7th Test century and a very good knock at that, because what they did is New Zealand actually attacked the spinners, and it was a real counter-attack, and Ross Taylor was absolutely aggressive. That made India go on the defensive, and New Zealand finished at close of play on a very healthy 328 for 6 on the first day of the second and final test between India and New Zealand, which was played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore. I'll come to that later. There are also two updates that I'll be giving you. Right now we have a match going on between South Africa and England in the third NatWest One Day International, and South Africa are the ones who are batting. They are 91 for 2 in the 21st over, and there is also one more match which is going to happen, which is about to start in Sharjah. Well, I'm just trying to see what exactly is happening there. Well, the toss has not been put. The Australia and Pakistan clashing in the second One Day International. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to talk to you. I'm going to give you a report on the first day's play in the second test match between New Zealand and India. Well, India actually went with the same team. As far as New Zealand were concerned, were under a lot of pressure. What they did is they actually had Tim Southee coming into the team in place of Chris Martin. Well, and New Zealand were the ones who won the toss here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore, but even though there was some rain interruptions, thank God it really went. 81.3 overs were bowled on the day with only a slight interruption by rain. 328 for 6 was the score for New Zealand at the end of the day's play. They would like to thank Ross Taylor, the captain of New Zealand, who really led the way. And what an attack it was. It was a really very good attack on the Indian spinners, especially Ravichandran Ashwin, Pragyan Ojha. Even though Pragyan Ojha was attacked, there was something special that Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain, did. He surprised everybody by handing over the new ball to Pragyan Ojha. Pragyan Ojha was the one who actually bowled the first over. Probably Dhoni wanted to see whether there is any turn available, and that too, it was a great surprise because he knew that New Zealand had a psychological fallibility against spin, and they didn't do well in the first test. Probably Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you know what an astute captain is, but giving a new ball to a spinner is something unheard of. I know that it has been done in the past, but not on the first day of the second test match. That was something really interesting. The first over which Pragyan Ojha bowled, but after that Zahir Khan with the new ball actually gave the breakthrough, very quick breakthrough for India with the score on naught. New Zealand were 0 for 1 as Brendan McCullum was gone. LBW bowled Zahir Khan for a duck. So that was a good breakthrough by Zahir Khan. But after that, it was Martin Guptill and Kane Williamson at the crease. Kane Williamson took his time at the crease. Martin Guptill continued to play some cracking shots. He actually took his time. He carefully had a look at the bowlers and then slowly started unveiling his strokes. And he contributed 53 of 79 balls with 8 fours. Now, this was a wicket which went to Ojha. Ojha actually took his wicket. And then Ross Taylor came in to join Kane Williamson. In fact, before Guptill, it was Williamson's turn to go. He was LBW bowled Ojha for 17, and when Guptill went, New Zealand were 89 for 3. Flynn came in, and Flynn actually gave good support to Ross Taylor. And Ross Taylor, right from the time he came in, he really made his intentions clear that he was going to attack the spinners, and that was really good to see. And attacking the spinners really put the Indian spinners on the back foot, and they had to bowl to some spread out fields, and it was not so easy. But Ross Taylor really, I thought he's just making up for the failure that he had in the first test match. He drops a few catches, so he really wanted a point to prove. And this is the way to go when New Zealand are 1 down in this series. Ross Taylor really took up the mantle, and that was really good to see. Went on aggressively attacking the spinners. Daniel Flynn also played a good hand in scoring 33 of 53 balls with 6 fours as he was LBW. That was a solitary wicket that Ashwin got on that particular day, and Flynn was gone. LBW ball Ashwin. That made the score 196 for 4. Franklin couldn't do much. He was a victim of Ojha. Ojha getting his 4th victim there as Franklin was gone. Caught Raina bowled Ojha for 8 with 1 boundary. After that, Van Wyk came in to join Taylor. Taylor was going merrily along, and there was a time. This was a good ploy. What they did is they knew Ross Taylor that he's strong on the onside too, but what they did is they actually blocked his offside strokes, and they tried to bowl him on the onside, and then Taylor tried to slog sweep, but he was wrapped on the pads, and up went the umpire's finger, and that was wicket number 4 to Pragyan Ojha. But the spinners definitely took the wickets, even though if you see today there were 6 wickets falling for 328 for New Zealand. But what is good to see is the spinner still there, because Pragyan Ojha, 27 overs, 10 maidens, 90 runs and 4 wickets to his name, and Ashwin took 1 wicket and 1 wicket to Zahir Khan. Van Wyk, the wicketkeeper, was very, very impressive. I've been telling that in the past too. He has been looking very, very impressive. And today also he played some very good strokes. He has a lot of innovation. But what was good to see, good application. And the main thing that if you look at this team, I mean, they have lost 6 wickets for 328 runs. I would definitely give credit to New Zealand for the effort that they put in on the first day. And so definitely there have been a lot of talking going on with the coaches. They have changed their approach. You saw each and every batsman, if you see, they are having an attacking approach, and they have scored a lot of boundaries. That itself says that there was a sort of a real coaching or a lot of talking going on, and the John Wright, the coach, has instilled all the good things in them, and New Zealand has really kept firing, I would say. So really credit to New Zealand for putting up a great performance here on the first day at 328 for 6. And look at it, see the commitment. Van Wyk is not out on 63 at close of play with 9 fours. Doug Bracewell is having an unbeaten 30 with 3 boundaries. So that shows the application, that shows how committed New Zealand are, and that's what everyone is wanting to see, because New Zealand were really spring chickens in the first match, but in the second match they have done their bit. They have done the hard work. As Ross Taylor, as the captain, has led the side. I mean, he has led from the front with a knock of 113, which has taken New Zealand's score to 328 for 6 at close of play on the first day of the second Test match between India and New Zealand, played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium here in Bangalore. So probably New Zealand would like to extend this lead further, take it to 400, because Van Wyk is looking good, Bracewell is looking good. So if they can do it, and then they have Jeetan Patel, Saudi and Bolt to follow, not much of batting to come there, but if they could take it on to 400, that would be good. And for India, the good thing might be probably the new ball will be due. New ball probably would be due. And looking at the bowling figures, Pragyan Ojha, 27 overs, 10 maidens, 90 runs and 4 wickets, bowled excellently. Zahir Khan, 80 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 74, giving the breakthrough. Ashwin, 24 overs, 5 maidens, 1 for 82. Not much effective today because of the counter-attack by Ross Taylor. 1 for 82 for him. And Umesh Yadav, 12.3 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 71. The last ball before rain stopped play was hit for a boundary by Doug Bracewell. So now I'm going to take you down to the second natural one-day international between England and South Africa. And at this current moment, South Africa won the toss here, played at the Kennington Oval in London, and South Africa currently are placed at 101 for 2. They won the toss. South Africa at 101 for 2. The wickets lost. Graham Smith was clean bowled by Anderson for 18 with 2 fours. Today we had a change in the bowling lineup. We had Dernbash coming in place of Stuart Broad, and Dernbash has actually picked up the wicket. He actually had the very, very dangerous looking Amla out for 43 with a ball that came in, and the stumps were knocked back. So Hashim Amla gone, bowled by Dernbash for 43. 51 deliveries with 5 fours. Dean Elgar, playing his second Test match in his international career, is looking good right now, probably wanting to prove a point here. He's on an unbeaten 20 of 37 deliveries with 1 4. A.B. de Villiers is not out on 19 of 25 balls with 2 fours. We are in the 23rd over. 23 overs have been gone by, so almost coming to the halfway mark. South Africa's score reached 101. They're going at a clip of 4.39 runs per over. Looking at the bowling figures, Anderson bowled 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 32. Finn bowled 6 overs for 31. Dernbash has been very effective, not only keeping the runs down, also picking the wicket. He has 1 for 15 to his name of 4 right now. Ravi Bopara is doing a wonderful job. He has bowled 5 overs. He has just given away 13 runs, and probably England is hoping that he does what he did against Australia. Treadwell has bowled 2 overs for 10 runs. So that's the match situation here from the Kennington Oval on the second natural one-day international. As I said, just an update. And now I take you down to Australia versus Pakistan, and the news that I have from the centre here is that Australia have won the toss and they are going to bat first. So Australia will be batting first for the change. The Australian team is absolutely unchanged. There's no changes in the team, so they play the same winning combination. As far as Pakistan team is concerned, the news is not good. They have lost their swashbuckling, a very aggressive batsman and experienced batsman Shahid Afridi due to injury. and that is not good news. And what Pakistan have done is they have bought left arm spinner Abdur Rahman to replace Shahid Afridi. I don't know whether that's a good move, but Abdur Rahman comes to the team probably looking at how Saeed Ajmal bowled the other day. I'm sure the Pakistan think tank has thought that Abdur Rahman could play a good role. And Abdur Rahman, let me tell you, he's coming on some very good performance in the English county circuit. So, well, he could be proving quite a handful for the Australian batsman. And Junaid Khan has come in the place of Aizaz Chima. So that's the only change. So right now, I'm going to leave you, dear cricket fans, with this update. Unfortunately, as I said, I'll have to leave. But thanks for listening to my Cricket Happening show, watching my Cricket Happening show on a regular basis, which really encourages this show and gives a lot of sheen to this show. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you very much for your patience. This is your Ram, your host of Cricket Happening, signing off for today, but promising you that tomorrow I'll be back. If at all I get time, coming back from my office work, I will try to see whether I can give you the match summaries on those two matches between South Africa versus England and Australia versus Pakistan. Until then, it's goodbye from here. Thank you.